Hey, what's going on, everyone? Moose here, and today we're going to take a look at what's inside this box. And if you're like me, it's going to be a game changer. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, enjoy this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And we're going to talk about this coming up next. So, here we have it. Have what, Moose? Listen, let me tell you. When I first got my Can-Am Maverick Sport Max, the first thing I wanted to do, because I bought it used, was change my fluids. And I realized that it's a pretty simple process until you get to changing the oil filter itself. Everything else is relatively easy to access, no problem, can be easily done in your garage. However, when it comes to that oil filter, well, it leaves a lot to be desired for sure. And not only is it difficult to get to, but in my opinion, it's kind of a subpar oil filter. When I think about an oil filter, I think of an oil filter. Right? I think of something that's, easily changed and made to be what it is. So hence MarQCad, I reached out to them and I said, hey, listen, I don't see too much content on this, but what a great idea. He did send me this kit free of charge. I have no money out of my pocket for this. And the only reason I haven't brought it to you guys sooner is that I just changed my oil. So I've only got roughly 400 miles on a fresh oil change. So I've got about another 600 to go before I'm going to be ready to swap those fluids out again. But we are absolutely going to be doing this. For those of you guys that are familiar with the units themselves, a lot of this will make sense. If you're not familiar with this, there's going to be a video coming up where we actually do the install of this. So in essence, what is this? It's a remote oil filter system. All right. So what we have here is a piece that is actually going to take the place of your current oil filter cap, right? We're all familiar with the 3 bolts behind the seat in the engine. And this works for the Commander, and I'm sure some others. As a matter of fact, just head down there. There's a link in the description down below. I don't have an affiliate link with them. They were kind enough to send this. However, no affiliate, nothing like that. It's just, you guys, I'll link the site down below. But basically, this is the cap replacement, whereas normally on the other one, this would be where your oil filter would be, and that would be the extent of it. However, what they've done is add these remote lines to make this more easily acceptable. So this can now be moved to the back of the machine, complete, this is beautifully engineered aluminum. I mean, it is smooth, and I mean, really, it's just beautiful. So, totally put your oil filter somewhere safe, but yet remote enough that you don't have to take apart your entire interior to get in there. And then if you're a big guy like me, it's difficult for me to get back there. I'm not going to lie. It is not an easy task for me to get in there, get my hand in there, and loosen up bolts, and meanwhile trying to be comfortable. It is not comfortable for me to do. This is a true game changer. Let's talk about game changers. I hear people use that term all the time. However, when something makes your life so much easier and the task at hand so much quicker, that's a game changer. And that's exactly what this is. I've seen enough videos to know that it is super simple to unscrew an oil filter and put a new one on, right? So, and the nice thing is that if you think about this, guys, there's lines, there's this in the motor. You definitely want this oil filter location to be slightly higher than this, right? Because we want to get rid of all that oil. So just future thinking, right? But you can certainly place this anywhere you want. I'm going to put it on the same side as my oil dipstick. It does have 2 mounting brackets or holes. So you've got a, you know, your first, you know, hole here. And then this one will allow for a little bit of motion back and forth for that step, right? So you can actually slide this up and have it mount up against, you know, one of your undercarriage rails, and then just drill your holes accordingly, making sure that you don't drill through anything that's important. So please check before you drill. Don't just go in there and start screaming stuff home. But like I said, super high performance stuff. I mean, you know, beautiful O-ring on here. You know, I would definitely recommend pre-lubing, you know, this before you you know, make your connection, all that good stuff. But yeah, what a great, they even put the oil filter on. You know, it came with an oil filter and just your typical there it is, oil. So now the nice thing is too is that you can go and you can utilize your favorite oil filter. This one happens to be a Baldwin filter. I've never heard anything bad about Baldwin filters, so it absolutely is what it is. And yeah, how sweet. And then they're actually even marked on here too. So you see there's a red marking there, there's a red marking there, there's a yellow marking there, and there's a yellow marking there. So you'll know when, oh, and these are marked. So look, yellow, yellow, red, red. So you're not going to mix these up. This is going to be very simple. These lines are actually really nice lines. Really nice sheathing. Wow. I'm impressed. So go check them out. MarQCad. It's actually MarQCad. I don't know exactly if that's the right way to pronounce it, but that's how it's spelled out. There'll be a link in the description down below. Go check them out. Tell them Moose sent you. Like I said, I don't think you're going to get a discount. I'm definitely not getting any kickback, but at least it lets him know that, hey, I learned about this through Moose, and man, I think it's cool, and I want one for my machine. So make your life easier, game changer day, and until next time, be good to each other, and God bless.